Welcome to our Future Teacher Signing Ceremony. This is the first Future Teacher Signing Ceremony that we've had in East Bridgewater, thanks to Commissioner Riley's office for coming up with the idea of a Future Teacher Signing Ceremony. And it's not a coincidence that it's happening during Teacher Appreciation Week, because we are not only honoring our students who have chosen the field of education, but we're also honoring those teachers who have influenced them along the way. So to kick off the ceremony, before I start any introductions, I would like to share with you a teacher who has influenced me. And I know some of you are sitting there thinking, how long ago was that? Yes, a little over 40 years, my third grade teacher. And she's here this morning, Mrs. Ann Flannery. So certainly the power and the influence of a teacher does not just go through the years that students are in school. It lasts decades longer. So I appreciate the teachers, I appreciate all that you do and the influence that you have on your students. And to our future teachers, you may be back here. I know you will, because you will have students that will become future teachers that will be up here honoring you. So we're proud of you, and we congratulate all of you for entering such a noble field. This celebration could not have happened without the help of so many people within the district, especially Mrs. Karen Clifford, our guidance director, and Mrs. Anne Marie Fahey, our guidance counselor here at the Junior Senior High School. So I'd certainly like to thank them and appreciate all of the work that they've done. And it's not just a school event, it's a town event, and the partnership that we have with our town departments has been mentioned in many occasions, and it doesn't stop here. We have our fire chief, Tim Herron, here today with us this morning. Our police chief, Mr. Scott Allen. Our DPW director, Mr. John Haynes. And all three members of our Board of Selectmen, Mr. Dave Sheedy, Mrs. Carol Julius, and joining us on stage, our chair selectman, Mr. Bill Dowling. And our boundaries go even further than East Bridgewater. We have two of our state representatives joining us today. We have Michelle Dubois and State Rep Allison Sullivan. And we even have a senator here. We have Senator Walter Timblety joining us. And although we're holding this ceremony for our seniors, we cannot forget where they started and where they've come from. And it's great that we have both Mrs. Byrne, our principal at Central School, and Mr. Gentile, our principal at the Mitchell School. And I promise I'm almost done. One last thing that I wanted to do for the students, certainly we want to honor their work that they've done here in East Bridgewater to prepare them to become teachers. So we have gifts of East Bridgewater t-shirts for them to always remember where they came from. But we also reached out to the colleges that they will be attending. And we're lucky to have a college right down the street, Bridgewater State University, that has sent Dean Emmons here for the ceremony as well. So we're glad that Dean Emmons is here. And all of our work wouldn't happen without the support of our school committee. So before I bring up the chair of our school committee, I'd also like to acknowledge Trista Higgins, a school committee member who's here in the audience. And I'd like to bring up the chair of our school committee, Ellen Pennington.
Congratulations to all of you. On behalf of the school committee, I would like to say we congratulate you, and we're proud of all of you. Thank you.
And now a few words from our chair of the selectmen, Mr. Bill Dowling.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank all the wonderful teachers we have here in the East Bridgewater school system. I mean, you could just tell from these students the work and the dedication you folks have put in. Knowing that, you know, you've just worked so hard over the years that they want to follow in your footsteps. I mean, teaching nowadays, it's a tough job. I mean, you're a social worker, educator, parent to some of these kids. I mean, it's a 24/7 job. The whole town appreciates your efforts. I mean, years ago, I actually worked as a substitute here, and I'd fill in here and there, and I'd walk away at the end of the day saying, how do these people do this every day? I mean, I'm here subbing here and there. All I have to do is get through the day, and, you know, I mean, I can't say enough about the teachers. I mean, I think back over the years, I think everybody can think of a teacher that just had so much influence on us over the years. You know, I grew up in Hanson. I went to Elsie Thomas, a little 4-room schoolhouse. And I drive by there now with my daughter. I say, oh, I went to 1st and 2nd grade there with Mrs. Haskell. She's horrified that this building is a school. It's housing now. I mean, it was so old, probably built in the 20s. But I still remember all my teachers. You know, you will always remember the ones that had the most influence on you. And I think going forward, as you become educators and you are working with all these students, you're going to have the same effect. You know, I mean, second to parents, teachers are the most influential people on young kids' lives right now. I just want to wish you guys the best of luck, and I'm sure you'll do a great job out there. Thank you.
And now a few words from State Representative Allison Sullivan.
Good morning. Thank you for having us here today. I know my colleague, Senator Timilty, will come up after me, and he'll give a great speech. I'm going to keep it very brief because a lot of you don't like to listen to politicians or hear from politicians, but I do want to congratulate all of you for making the intent to become a teacher. I know that it is Teacher Appreciation Week, and I remember teachers that I've had over the many, many years of schooling that I've had. I'm actually going to be graduating next Friday from law school, so that is an extra 4 years on top of college. So, thank you. Thank you. But I do remember one teacher in particular, Mr. Del Grasso. I had the benefit of having him for 2 times, one in 5th grade and then again in 8th grade. And I still talk to Mr. Del Grasso today. And I know what it's like. You know, the teachers are going to have a very much an impact, a powerful impact on each student. Clearly, you guys have chosen the path to become a teacher, so you've had some pretty amazing experiences with teachers. So good luck in college. Enjoy this summer, because the real world is a summer away, and I know graduation is coming up, so enjoy every bit of that. And once again, congratulations, and thank you for having us here.
And now we'll bring up State Senator Walter Timilty.
Thank you very much. Dr. Legault, if you're ever looking for a substitute teacher, I think Bill Dowling might be a great pinch hitter. On a very, yeah, absolutely. The school may never be the same. On a very serious note, thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here today. Briefly, to talk about the origins of National Letter of Intent Day, it was way back when people realized that college football and college basketball were big business in this country. And the very best in high school prospects would sign a National Letter of Intent for a 4-year scholarship, and they were considered to be blue chips. Well, looking here to my right, you are our blue chips, because public education is the most important institution we have in this great country of ours. Because of public education, the 20th century was called America's century. We exceeded in engineering, excelled, I might say, such wonders of man-made production, the Golden Gate Bridge, the Hoover Dam, the unbelievable rail and air travel systems that were established in this country, science, modern medicine, nuclear fission, the wonders and excellence of the United States military, which has been a force for good throughout the world, and of course manufacturing. During World War II, they were producing Liberty ships in 24 days, all because of America's emphasis on education. So when I look at you all today, who are about to sign a letter of intent to be educators, you are the cream of the crop of the most important institution we have in this great country of ours. So I congratulate you. Our hopes and our dreams rest with you. You will become leaders in society. You will become role models. And many, many years from now, long after people like myself are gone, you will have young people looking at you and saying, I can remember Ms. Barris or Ms. Bradbury or Mr. Clifford and what an impact they had on my life. So congratulations to you all. We're very excited for you, and I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful spring and a great 4 years in the beyond. So congrats, guys. Thank you.
And State Representative Michelle Dubois has arrived, so we'll give her a few minutes to share some words. Surprise!
I had a morning meeting, so I apologize for being late. And I don't really think I can outdo Senator Timilty, and I will say I concur with everything that he said, but I want to congratulate you young ladies and young men for taking this on. I know that as a child of a family whose neither parents graduated from high school in a normal time span and didn't really have a lot of supports, it really was teachers that I interacted with on a daily basis in the Brockton Public School System that helped me to apply for college, to go to college, to see that there was a different way of living. And now I'm here as a state representative, and a lot of it is based on the mentorship and the support I got from my teachers in public schools. So I want to commend you for taking this on. I'm proud of you, and if I could ever be of service to you or anyone in your family or someone you know, please reach out. Thank you very much.
And as we move on with our ceremony and prepare to hear from our future teachers and the words that they have to share about their influential teachers, I would just like to kick it off by having my influential teacher come up here as I share with you my memory of Mrs. Flannery. So it was third grade that I had Mrs. Flannery. And I wish I could remember the exact academic skills I learned in third grade. I'm sure I did, because I went beyond to fourth. But it was more about how she made me feel. And I'm sure it's how she made everyone feel, but I thought it was all about me. She made me laugh. She made me smile. She has such an infectious laugh. And she was happy every minute of every day. And even when she retired and came back to substitute, she was still happy every single day. And the voices that she would use when reading aloud to us were just incredible. You felt like you were part of the story. And the canoe that was in our classroom, that as a special treat, you got to sit in to do some reading. So thank you for those memories. Thank you for leading me down the path of education. And thank you for being such an influence.
Thank you. Those were wonderful words. Thank you.
And now I will turn the ceremony over to our assistant principal, Ms. Tara Noyes, to move on to hear from our future teachers.
Good morning, everyone. As I sit here and listen to my stories or your stories about your teachers, I also have a very special gentleman that was in my life who was my junior biology teacher. And not only did he teach me about academics, but he taught me about life. He taught me about leadership, he taught me about resiliency, he taught me about being kind to one another, and I know all of these students right here will do the same for us, each and every one of them. Not only will they teach the kids their academic piece, but they teach them life skills for forever. So as we call them up one by one, we are honored to have them go to the colleges that they are attending. We're very proud of each and every one of them. So what I will do right now is call each one up individually, and they will share where they're going to school, as well as their major and how their teacher influenced them. The first student is Juliana Barraras.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Juliana, and I have decided to attend UMass Boston to pursue early education. I decided to go into the education field after I started working at the Central School Aftercare program. I would like to thank Ms. Sharp, who sadly could not be here, from the Central School for inspiring me to want to become an elementary school teacher. I had the opportunity to assist her both outside the classroom with paperwork and inside the classroom with helping students with their Chromebooks and giving them reading tests. Again, I would like to thank Ms. Sharp for giving me the opportunity to experience a great elementary school classroom and for inspiring me to follow in her footsteps.
Our next student is Sal Clifford, and his teacher is Mr. Eaton.
Hi, I'm Sal Clifford. I plan on attending Franklin Pierce University. I'm going to major in secondary education. All right, I'm going to keep this short and sweet, like my buddy Noah right there. I'd just like to thank Mr. Eaton for inspiring me to become a history teacher. I've always been a big fan of history, but after being in his class over the years, it really made me realize how much I want to pursue this profession. I hope I can make an impact on students the way he did for me. And once again, thank you.
At this time, our next student is Lindsay Dolan, and we would also like to call up the Dean of Students, Dean Emmons from Bridgewater State University. And her teacher is Miss Cowan.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Dolan. I will be attending Bridgewater State University in the fall with a major in elementary education and musical theater directing. Today, I invited a teacher whom I believe had a strong initial influence on me to become a teacher. Ever since I was a child, I have known I wanted to become a teacher. Some of my favorite childhood memories were in the classroom. My experiences in elementary school have made me want to return to the early years of my childhood and give children the same experience I had as an elementary student. Currently, I work as a teaching assistant at Capiccioni School of Performing Arts, where I am an assistant director for a class of first-year musical theater students. It gives me so much gratification to know I can share my passion for the performing arts with children who I'm equally as passionate about teaching. Today, I invited my first grade teacher, Mrs. Cowan, because she was one of the first teachers I remember being inspired by, not only to learn, but to teach. Although it is hard to remember details from nearly 12 years ago, Mrs. Cowan was the teacher who taught me how to read and write. I am so grateful for all that she did for me and for inspiring me to pursue a career as an elementary teacher.
Our next student is Caitlin Hanley, and her teacher is Miss Siddiqui Dugan.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Hanley. I'm going to Endicott College for secondary education history. And that'll come as kind of a shock to people who know me that I want to be a history teacher for high school kids, because it may not look like it, but I'm actually pretty quiet, and I don't really talk a lot. And when I do, I kind of fumble with my words sometimes, and I don't really know what to say. But I knew from a really young age that I wanted to do something to help people. And I found out very quickly that I was squeamish, like really squeamish. So I couldn't go into the health care industry or anything like that. And I decided that I wanted to be a teacher. And I didn't really know what I wanted to teach or where. I kind of fiddled around with the idea of maybe elementary school or middle school, but I ended up choosing history because of my teacher, Miss Dugan. I really like storytelling. And I like the way that history is presented a lot of times to people. It's kind of like a history of the world is like a story for other people. And I wanted to be able to share that story and inspire kids to think the same way that I do, which is that I love history and I love storytelling. So, yeah. Thank you for inspiring me and making me realize that I loved history and that I wanted to be a history teacher.
Our next student is Sarah O'Brien, and her teacher is Miss Ross.
Hello, I'm Sarah O'Brien. I will be attending Massasoit Community College and then transferring to BSU. I'm going for early education as I currently teach as a teacher assistant at a daycare in Abington. It is my pleasure to stand before you all today. I am proud to be pursuing my career in the field of education. First, I would like to thank Ms. Anderson for pushing me to do the absolute best these last 4 years. The impact you made on me is unforgettable. Finally, I would like to thank Ms. Ross for everything that she has done, and she has made me into the person and the student that I am today. Her positive words and incredible gratitude has led me down a fantastic path. Once again, thank you both for everything that you have taught me, and I'm excited to expand my career, my education and my career, and one day become a kindergarten teacher. Thank you. Miss Anderson, come up here. Where is she? Thank you. I don't know where she is.
Thank you for everything. Our next student is Sarah Talabak, and her teacher is Mrs. McGovern.
Hi, my name is Sarah Talabak. I will be attending Bridgewater State University for early education. Although so many teachers have impacted my life, there is one person that has been through it all with me, and that's Miss McGovern. She was the one person that believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself, and it changed my life forever. I hope that one day I can make a difference in a child's life like you did for me. Thank you for everything you have done for me, and I will be forever grateful.
Our next student is Kylie Thompson, and her teacher is Mr. Shea.
Hi, I'm Kylie Thompson, and I will be attending Emmanuel College in the fall to pursue a degree in secondary education. I was asked to pick just one teacher, but I couldn't. There have been 4 teachers that have made an impact on me and influenced my decision to be a high school English teacher. Mr. Shea was my 8th grade English teacher. His teaching of the growth mindset has been instrumental in how I navigate my way through challenging times. He taught me it's not a matter of can I do it, but when I do it. And Miss Hulk. Her love of reading and literature is contagious and inspiring. The ability to annotate is a skill that I will use both in college and when I teach. Miss Principe has been my cheerleader, my counselor, and my very patient teacher. She encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone, run for office, join new clubs, and make new friends. And finally, Miss McGovern, my advisor since 7th grade. She always listened to me without judgment and guided me into adulthood. She gave me a safe place to vent, cry, and laugh. My experience and memories have been shaped by so many, but I'm especially thankful to these 4 teachers, and they were a special part of my time here. Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
Good job, baby.
Our next student is Kelly Wilburn, and her teacher is Mrs. Galoni Hulk.
Hi everyone, my name is Kelly Wilburn. The college I'm attending is Bridgewater State University, and I want to major in studio art with a concentration in art education. So Miss Hulk is definitely my 100% inspiration for, I'm probably going to get emotional, for being a teacher. She's such an inspiration to everyone. She's just such a ball of sunshine, I'm sure all of you know. And she's also kind of fiery, you know, with that library in her room, and I love it. And she's always inspired me, and she's helped me through the tough times that I've had with her, with her 2 AP classes that I've had with her, and also freshman year. And I think that I've been quoted multiple times saying I wish Miss Hulk was my second mom. I love her so much. So thank you for always being there for me, and thank you for inspiring me to become an art teacher. So thank you.
And our last student for this morning is Tyler Wolf, who is also attending BSU, and his teacher is Mrs. Cook.
Hi, I'm Tyler Wolf. I'll be attending Bridgewater State University for secondary education. The teacher who influenced me the most would be Mrs. Cook, my 3rd grade teacher. One memory I have with Mrs. Cook was when I got in an argument with my best friend at recess. I remember going back in, and Mrs. Cook made us write apology letters to each other, and thanks to her, I'm still best friends with him, and I can't thank her enough. And because of her, I'll be going for secondary education. So thank you.
And at this time, I'd like to introduce Superintendent Legault.
Good morning. Wow, future teachers. This is amazing. You are all here because you want to become a teacher, and in my opinion, you have chosen the greatest profession in the world. Congratulations. I want to thank the teachers, the parents, Chief Allen, Chief Herron, Director Haynes, for being here along with Representative Dubois, Representative Sullivan, and Senator Timothy. Now let's pass that education budget, please. I'd like to thank the selectmen. I'd like to thank School Committee Chair for being here this morning. But I do have a bone to pick with Dr. Williams. She seems to always one-up me. She has invited her third grade teacher today, which is wonderful. How are you? Welcome back. I'm glad that you came for Dr. Williams, but I'm from upstate New York, so it would have been difficult for me to invite Mrs. Twist, my first grade teacher. However, let me tell you about her. Mrs. Twist had the calmest voice, the warmest hand to hold when it was my turn to lead the line to the way to the lunchroom. She could tell stories in different voices, knew every word to every song, and danced like you saw on TV. And oh, my favorite, she put scratch and sniff stickers on my papers when I did well. But the one thing I learned most from my Mrs. Twist, my first grade teacher, was how to be kind. We can all be a lot of things, but being kind to each other was one and is what we need to know every day. Kindness is needed today, every day, and that's why you chose your teachers that you did today. Now please join me in watching What is Your Why, and join us afterwards for the reception in the hallway. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming today. Parents, teachers, congratulations. Students, we wish you the best of luck.
Mr. Ferrioli. I teach wood shop and metal shop.
Hi, my name is Jenny McCarthy. I'm a 6th grade teacher at the Gordon W. Mitchell School in East Bridgewater.
I'm Jen McPartlin, the curriculum facilitator for the East Bridgewater Public Schools.
My name is Liz Sharp. I teach 1st grade at Central School.
My name is Molly Principe and I teach grade 4.
Hi, my name is Miss Hulk and I teach English at East Bridgewater Jr. Senior High School.
I'm Miss McGovern. I teach at the Junior Senior High School.
Hi, I'm Beth Barra. I teach 4th grade ELA and Social Studies.
And I'm Jim Gordon and I teach 4th grade Math and Science.
Hi, I'm Andrew Gentile, principal of the Gordon Mitchell School.
My name is Jen Rocher and I teach 2nd grade at Central School in East Bridgewater.
I'm Joe McLaughlin. I teach at Gordon W. Mitchell Middle School. I teach special ed for 4th grade.
Hi, I'm Liz Legault, superintendent of the East Bridgewater Public Schools.
My name is Amy Ronayne. I teach 8th grade English.
My name is Kate Byrne, and I'm the principal of Central School.
I'm Miss Tellis, kindergarten teacher at Central Elementary in East Bridgewater.
I'm Mr. Tarkey. I teach here at East Bridgewater Jr. Senior High School. I teach history.
Hi, my name is Gina Williams and I'm the assistant superintendent in East Bridgewater.
Hi, I'm Mr. Ponte. I teach the bands here at the school.
Hi, I am Kristen Kallenberg and I am the school counselor at the Gordon Mitchell School.
My name is Mr. Galoni. I teach at East Bridgewater Junior Senior High School. I teach physical education and health.
I'm Erin Fisher, technology integration facilitator for the East Bridgewater Public Schools.
Hi, my name is Ann Gorham, and I am a preschool teacher here at Central Elementary School.
I'm Miss Noyes. I'm the assistant principal here at East Bridgewater Junior Senior High School.
My name is Brian Charlin, and I'm the middle school art teacher in East Bridgewater.
My name is Mr. Shea. I teach English at East Bridgewater Junior Senior High School.
Hi, I'm Reese and I teach 4th grade. I'm Deb Dupre. I'm the assistant principal at the Mitchell School.
I'm Mrs. Messini Pavlov and I teach up here at the Junior Senior High School.
Hi, I'm Amanda Castle.
And I'm Dana Goldstein.
And we team teach in grade 4.
I'm Mrs. Furia and I work at the East Bridgewater Junior Senior High School as an administrative assistant.
I'm Mr. Nolan and I teach grade 4.
Hi, I'm Miss Glenn. I'm art teacher here, East Bridgewater High School.
I'm Mr. Horgan. And I'm Mr. B. I teach 7th grade social studies. I teach 7th and 8th grade special ed.
My name is Officer Talifa Connor, and I am the school resource officer here in East Bridgewater.
I go to play train because I love what I do. I love taking care of athletes and getting them back to the sport they love.
And 2 years ago, a very special family gave me this sign that says, "The future of the world is in my classroom today." And this sits in my classroom as a daily reminder of why I love teaching so much.
I work with kids because I want to help them become the best versions of themselves.
And I teach because every kid deserves a safe place to learn, grow, and find support.
And I teach because it is something that I was meant to do, and I put all my energy into what I do, and I love it when my students get it.
I enjoy working with the youth in town and guiding them in the right direction and just enjoying time with them.
I lead because I have great respect for the work of a teacher. So it's my job to support them so that they can be the best that they can for their students.
And this special gift from a student is why I teach.
And I teach because I love helping students recognize their potential, and I like to make a positive impact on the world. I think students are the future of the world, and that's why I love to teach.
I love working here because I like the connection to the community and getting to meet all the kids and the families and helping them every day.
The reason I love my job as curriculum facilitator is because I have the opportunity to work with staff across the district so that they can focus their time and energy where it matters with our students.
And I love teaching because I love building things, and I love helping kids, and I love helping kids build things. And it's a good time. Who doesn't love building things?
I love seeing the joy, excitement, and wonder in the eyes of students and staff when they discover the amazing things that they are capable of each and every day.
And I teach because I believe in the future and giving our kids the most current tools.
I teach for the kids. I teach for the joy, for the laughter, for the smiles. I teach for the adventure and the treasures every day. Whether it be stick figure drawings or top quality work from a student who couldn't even write a letter.
And I love my job here because I love students and want to see them grow and change over time and be every day for every student.
I love the interactions every single day with the students, positive, and learning from the negative interactions as well in terms of helping them grow as young people. I also love teaching history and the impact that has had on my life, and like to bring that forth to them.
I teach because I like to help kids believe in themselves and reach their full potential.
My favorite part of my job is connecting with students and being able to show the power of art and seeing people create something out of nothing, improve their skills over time.
I lead because I want to support you to do great things.
My why is easy. I believe teaching is a vocation, and we are allowed, it's almost humbling, to instruct the future minds. And my biggest goal is to create an academic environment where kids feel accepted, safe, affirmed, and are able to have academic success. So when they leave me, they want to be lifelong learners.
So I lead for many reasons, but the biggest reason is because I can make a difference in the lives of people, whether it's students, staff members, and it's my way and contribution to impact the world.
I teach because I love being surrounded by young learners. I love seeing the spark in their eye or hearing their excitement in their voice when they try something for the very first time.
My why is the magic that exists in the classroom and the light bulb moments that occur when we're learning together.
Why do I teach? I teach to have every student reach their fullest potential.
I teach because I enjoy watching kids be active, and it's something different every day.
I teach because every child that walks through my door deserves to be heard and deserves to have a safe place to draw, paint, and think creatively.
Our why is to inspire kids to love learning
And to inspire kids to spread kindness.
There's nothing better than coming to work every day and watching students skip off the bus happily, running into the building where we have to say, "Oh, slow your feet down." But that's how happy they are to be here.
And the reason I teach is I want to inspire students to have passion for music.
I teach because I want students to create and make their own path, to set goals for their future, because you never know where life will take you.
And I teach to make a difference. I teach to help students find their biggest potential.
I lead because as a teacher, I always wanted to have the opportunity to have an impact not only on students, but also on the larger school community. And I'm fortunate now to have that experience and that opportunity.
And the reason why I teach is because I just want to help kids find out who they are and what they're really good at, and just to help them find ways to feel successful in school.
The reason I teach is because I like knowing that I had something to do with the kids getting smarter.
I teach because I have a passion, and have for as long as I can remember, to work with young children. Most often, I am my students' first teacher, a role I love and am honored to have.
And I teach because I love kids.
And I teach because I want to make a difference. You know, I do it partially to make a living for my family, but really at the end of the day, when I'm done with my career, I want to be able to look back and feel like I help people. Middle school is a tough time for people. People are stressed, people don't know who they are, and they're trying to learn who they are, and I hope that in some small way I can help them figure that out, and that's why I teach.
Thank you all for joining us this morning. We're honored to have our staff members that we have in the district, and we congratulate and wish the best of luck to our future teachers. Please join us in the lobby for a reception if you can.